I want to share with you the most unusual prophetic word that the Holy Spirit gave to me for somebody. And I was at a conference and I got somebody's name, the name of a woman, just dropped in my spirit. And I called it out in front of everybody. I said, "Is so-and-so here?" And just asked. Well, in the front row, there was a man and an older woman sitting together. Turned out that was his mother. And the man raises his hand and he says, "That's my ex-wife." Okay, and I said, "All right." And I said, "Is she here? Can we get a hold of her? Can you call her?" And he says, "Well, I can call her, but she's not going to answer it." And I said, "Well, just try." And so he calls his ex-wife on the phone, and she actually picked up. And so I said, "Well, give me the phone." And so he handed me the phone, and I began to speak to her. And I said, "My name is Jennifer Evaz. I'm a minister here at this conference that your ex-husband is attending, and the Lord dropped your name in my spirit. And so now I'm talking to you because I have a word from the Holy Spirit just for you." And I begin to call out her gifts. I begin to call out her anointings. I begin to call these things out. And keep in mind, I've never met her before, have no idea of the situation. I have absolutely no idea. And then I said, "And thank you very much." And I hung up and I gave the phone back to her ex-husband. Well, at the end of that service, this man and his mother, they approached me. And they were furious, and they were saying, "What was that? Why did you do that? She's just the most wicked, evil woman." And they just started going. And so finally I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to dismiss anything that you say. I'm so sorry that this stirred that up in you, and I know that you are absolutely done with her and you are absolutely finished with her. I said, but God is not done with her, and He is not finished with her. And I said, so let's just let this be and move on, okay? So that turned out I got a message from her a year later, and here's the story. And the story was, all the things that I called out over her ex-husband's phone, all the things that I said, these are your gifts, these are your anointings, this is what God has called you to do, and they turned out to be everything that her and her husband had done those things together. They were in ministry together, doing the very things that I was calling out over the phone. You see, when they broke up, ministry ceased for both of them. And don't you think it was just so unusual that the Lord would call her back through the very mechanism that destroyed the ministry in her life? And so she was called by getting a phone call back into her anointings, back into her giftings, and she actually stepped into them. And don't you think that's just unusual? I love how the Holy Spirit works. Anyway, I just want to share that with you today. Thanks for joining me.